Hello. Hopefully I'm live in the right place. I'm hoping I'm live on my page. Welcome to my Sunday Facebook Live. This evening I am playing with the birds and branches. So I'll just wait for a few people to jump on. And as Rebecca, good evening. Hazel, Linda, hello. How is everyone? Hey, Emma. Good evening. So, I'm creating again non-Christmas. So, thanks, Emma. I've got all the tech. I sorted myself out, and then I was like, oh, actually, I need to think about what I'm making. But no change there. Then that's a large cup. It is. Do you know? I bought this for work. It was a bit of a I need a cup for work, and it was a bit of a random just grab it purchase. But I really like it. It's a huge cup of tea. So, good evening. Hey. So this is a very uninked birds and branches and the dies that go with this. So I thought, let's see if I can make this now work. There we go. And I can also, look, can be with you while I'm crafting. Fancy. I have designed a card, so I'm going to recreate that one, and then what I will do is I will see if we've got time. We go for time for making a second one. I am mostly going to focus, as you can see from this very uninked set, on the beautiful dies. So that is what I am going to be using, and then some of the flowers from the set. So this one is gorgeous, and it's like the circle. Damien's appreciating your craft though. This one does like a fancy aperture. Is that the word? So let's grab some Whisper White. I'm going to cut this to 9.5. So that's a full sheet of A4, and then I've cut the end of that at 9.5. Oh, Debbie, that's always lovely to see you here. You've got all the bits and bobs for replay anytime you feel that you're up for it. So I'm going to cut this out. So this is going to go just to the left hand side. So I have designed a card for the Global Design Project Challenge. There is a new one out tomorrow, which is a sketch challenge. So this layout of this card is a little bit of a hint at what is coming tomorrow. This is not the card that's going out on my blog. This is a different one. But I'm just going to run that through. I am anxiously awaiting my baby Stampin' cut emboss machine. But for the minute, I've got the huge one on my desk. Look at that. Isn't that so pretty? I have to be honest, I bought this entire bundle just for that die. Because it's just so pretty. I would say don't tell my husband, but he's probably watching. Right, let me grab some scrap. Good morning for joining. Is yours coming Tuesday? I need to check my delivery. I need to check my delivery thing. I know it wasn't. I don't think it's coming tomorrow. I think it might be Tuesday or Wednesday. I was a little later in the day on the pre-order day. so I don't think I'm going to be the first off the mark for delivery. That leaf is in the die set as well, isn't it gorgeous? Emma says, my order arrives Wednesday. I know, in mini, woo woo, including the mini machine. Exciting stuff. Right, I'm going to keep this fairly plain with the white, and then let me grab the... So this is just another piece of white that is going behind. And I'm going to use the blending brush. So these are coming out in the new catalogue. And I'm going to circle to give some colour behind. But leave that centre bit white. And that'll just give a touch of colour behind there. And they're so quick and easy to use. I love them. Right. What else? Oh, flowers. So I wasn't going to put the birds on this. I was going to keep it to the flowers. So in this set there is this one here, and then some little leaves and things. So that is, they are so nice, aren't they? Diane says those blending brushes are lush. Kirsty's looking forward to getting them. They are so nice, and they're a nice size as well. Nice brush size to get a good spread of the colour. Good morning, Andrea. I will show you my finished card, the same card as this, and I've done different coloured flowers. But for this one, I was going to pop a pop of magenta and put those on there. Louise says because the brushes are a little pricey. Yeah, I would suggest you only need one per colour. So like colour, not even like, so if you're using all the browns, just one for your browns, one for your blues. I would also suggest buying them as you need them. So they come in a pack of 3. I would buy 3, use them with the colours that you want to use them with, and then as you want to then use them with more colours or different, then maybe buy some more at that point and see how you get on with them. I'd certainly say 6 would get you well on your way to having 2 packs would get you well on your way to having enough for all the colours that you would probably blend with. I think about the colours you currently maybe blend with as well. So most used brush so far, Pool Party. Danetta says, yeah, I did too actually. Loads of the colours. So Danetta washed hers. Loads of the colours comes out. I did wash my Pool Party one, and then you just wash it when you like at night, and then leave it overnight to dry, so that you've got it for the rest. The scissors are out. So this flower does actually come with a die, but rather than wind through that many there, that it does come with a die. So if fussy cutting is not your thing, or you struggle with sort of sore hands or anything like that, then there is a die for this. So you don't need to sit and cut. See, now you all know whether I sit and stick, because I've got my picture up there as well, cutting. I don't. But my concentration face while I'm cutting these out. Right, I've stamped off to get some different shading, so we can layer these together. Louisa, do I need to lean the brush between? No, I wouldn't say you would. Like if you're going pool party, balmy blue, you know, you're staying within the same colour group, I wouldn't worry about washing them in between. Because if you blend the brush off to get all the colour out, then although it's stained, the colour is actually out of the brush, so it'll allow you then to move on to your next colour. So I have layered 3 flowers together just to give them a bit of dimension, which is why I'm cutting quite a few. But if you wanted to make this a little bit more a simpler card, then you could just do the 1 flower as you go, like 1 layer. Let's do, oh, there we go. So we've got 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, and then we'll do a few more. Don't know if I did enough. We had a team get together this morning, which was lovely. It was on Zoom. We made 3 cards and a little 3D item. And yes, I may have made Projects Fussy Cutting Designer Series paper. So, you know, it's so unlike me to do a project like that. Right, nearly there. We've nearly got enough. So one more. I've obviously done 1 extra for luck. What was I say? The small blossom punch would also be a sort of a similar size to this as well. So if you wanted to punch some cardstock out, then that would give you some small little flowers as well to go on here. So right, we've now got our flowers. We're going to pop this onto that blended background. Oh, lid off. It's going to go on there, and then these can be scrunched. So we're going to just layer these together and give them some texture, and then we can glue these together. So we can either use glue dots or the glue, and we can layer some with the darker, pinging all over the place, whoops. You could use your Pierce Matte and sort of your tool on the end of your Take Your Pick to give these a bit of a scrunch as well if you wanted to, but quite therapeutic to screw it up in a ball and have it all creased. And nearly there, last one. These kind of look blossom, don't they? Really bright pink blossom. Okay, so we've got those. Let's glue those together. Let's not glue them. We won't glue them on the card itself because then there's a risk of we're just going to layer those together. And that's one, and I might do one dark top, so layer that the other way. Heather says, sorry I missed the beginning. Oh, that's okay. We just finished watching Christmas Chronicles 2. It's so good. We had spaghetti bolognese and sat and watched the Christmas Chronicles. It's really good. So, right. I have some of these left over, which are the all the trimming embellishments, and I'm going to use the white from here for the centres of the flowers. And oh, that gluey back didn't come off. I'm going to give up on that. I'll pick another one up. That will go back on there. There. So we've got our flowers. We just need some leaves, and yes, I am going to fussy cut them as well. Is it? What is it? No, haven't seen Jingle Jangle. Is that good? I'll put it on the list. So there's all kind of the traditional, not traditional, but the movies you should sort of watch, but could watch. Don't have to. Granny apple. Oh, spag bowl, yeah. Louise says, could you show me the difference between an A, B, and C and D block? Yes, I can. I will. Remind me, Louise, if I don't do that once I finish this card. Just shout up and I will do that. Hazel, I've got a headache coming on with all this fussy cutting. There are dies, I promise. So I want to, the reason I'm cutting these leaves, I feel like I need to give a reason for this, is because I want to be able to have a little bit of a tail, pop that under the flower. So if you cut the leaves completely out as they are there, they'll have nothing to stick on. So that will then tuck underneath like that. So you can do it any which way, but you need something to be able to stick that, and if you cut it all the way to the edge of that, then so much of those leaves will be hidden you won't even see them coming out from behind the flower. So let's put them on. That one. So we've got our little flowers. Cute. Right, so come in for the fussy cutting. You've come to the right place. What can I say? If you don't love fussy cutting, this is not the live for you. Right, so now we've fussy cut those flowers out, we're going to layer this little branch peeking out from here. So just going to put a little bit of glue, and then I want to sort of slide underneath there so that it comes out from that circle, and then we can add these flowers on anywhere we want them to go. They're probably there to hide that join. And of course you could do more of these flowers if you wanted to. You don't have to stop at what was it, 9? But they're together. And then we are going to stamp the sentiment from quite heavy. So this one is wishing you the happiest of birthdays. And it is intended to go with the curvy dies, but we'll cut this one. So just in memento, I don't know how this sentiment had passed me by actually. I was doing a card and a cuppa, and a few of the lovely ladies on there had used this sentiment from the set, and I hadn't noticed it. I'd noticed the hooray for you and the just for you, and this one here I hadn't noticed, and I really, probably my favourite one out of the set actually. So let's chop this. So we're going to follow the curve and then just go around the like the P and the Y, and where it drops down below the line. So we still get the curve of the letters. So that'll go there. Louise says, yes, perhaps I will. I haven't sorted it out actually. Louise says, will I be selling some of my retired sets? Yes, I've got some retired set already, resets and things already on my website. You can go to pre-loved product, and there is retired stuff on there already. I will sort out adding bits on as and when, but probably in the new year, to be honest. Once I've decided what's staying and what's not. So we've got the curve on there, which is nice sort of flow to that, and we want the either the self-adhesive nearly the self-adhesive pages or the edges of the mini dimensionals works well. So these little strips can then sit along there, and they will kind of bend with the words. So once you've got that on there, oh yeah, definitely. Louise says, do I keep some of the retired sets? Yes, definitely. I've still got what's some of the ones I've got? The ones with the Lego bricks. What was that one called? Boys Will Be Boys. I've got sort of ones that I think are quite unique that I will use for the reason I bought them, really, just because I love them. Right, that's going to go on there. And we then can put some gems on. So it's just deciding whether we could put, actually, we've got a choice. So we've got gems, or we've got enamel dots. I'm thinking the magenta enamel dots, because then they will look like buds of the flowers, of these flowers. So oh, that one's dropped off there. So I'm going to put a few of those. Move that one over here. There. So that then looks like the birds. Then we can do a layer of magenta just to make that pop, and then I will show you the other colourway. It's not drastically different. It is a very similar with the pool party. How wide was this? So that was 9.5. So we'll go 9 and a bit. And then we just need to trim that edge off. So that was 20.5 that way. So we want 27 maybe, just a sort of a smidge more. Got a skinny border on that. No, you can absolutely die cut those flowers. You can wind them through and you can do 9 die cuts of those flowers and you have the die to do that. Magic. I actually thought it might be quicker for me just to cut them. So right, let me put that on here. So this is the DL size card, so you would need to make an envelope to fit this, or kind of a standard office size envelope would fit this size card. But I love the white space. And then this will just go onto a white base. So I'm going to cut that base at 8 inches or 20.5 and then score at 4 inches. Pretty sure that's fine. Yeah. So the score line is at 4 inches. So let's put that on with some Seal Plus. Doesn't it? The magenta just pops. I'm using the Seal Plus just because it's a bit more weighty going onto the card. And that will make sure that it doesn't fall off, but you could use your multi-purpose glue as well. Line that up. There we go. I don't do it because I'm really bad at it. It's why we have dies. I mean, the dies are there to be used, aren't they? So the alternative colourway is oranges and yellows. So I have popped a pool party background, and I've still used the white centres, but these are mango, melody and pumpkin pie flowers. So same sentiment, same background behind with the blending, but that gives you 2 options. Do you have a favourite? I don't know, I quite like both pretty, but I like the pop of magenta. It's always a winner for me. There we go. The other thing that I had pulled out earlier and I thought would be fun to try was the, let me move that out of the way, was the die. So this die, Kirsty says pink. I die cut this through with gold, and then I got the largest of the circle framelets, so not the stitched ones, but the ones that come with the scallop and the plain. Once that one was cut, so once I had cut that out, I then put the plain circle round, and it will pop you out that as a piece. It is a very skinny frame, but it absolutely can be done. You just need to make sure that it's lined up straight, otherwise you will lose the edge off those pieces. So maybe have a quick play with, I thought maybe the gold with the black, just for a bit of a pop. Oh, thank you. Love both of them. Have the aperture. Oh. So this one, let's pop. So if we pop that one through the cut and emboss, and let's just see. I think I've put that fairly in the middle. Okay, so a bit different in the black, but then thought we could pair that up with and twist it slightly, so you could lay it exactly kind of over with a slight shadow. So if you did that and then give it a little twist, you could get like a little black shadow, which is nice. And by doing that, you get the complete circle. So you could also play around in the same colour. So if you did the black, you'd get a full wreath, wouldn't you? Oh, thank you. Yeah, it's bird and branches. So, and the full die set looks like this. So you've got the outlines of the birds, got the birds that actually die cut, and then you've got this lovely border as well, and the nest and the eggs and bits and pieces. So the bits that go with the stamp set. So you've got the nest and the branches and the leaves. So, but nice in the black, isn't it? The black with the gold. So should we pop that on there? And then we could maybe do something with that. We could, what could we put on there? We could put a bird on. I'm wondering if we could do some sort of, like white flowers or something. Don't know. Make that stick. This would be ideal had I thought about it in advance. I could have put the double-sided adhesive on the back of this before I ran it through, because then it would stick beautifully without the need to glue it and make the mat all sticky and gluey. But I didn't. So we'll just do that instead. What can we put on here? Oh, I wonder if some of the flowers from the new paper, because that's nice. That's the black. Just do that for a moment. This was the paper. Let me let's see what I get. I've got hardly any of it left because I love it so much and I've chopped into it. But this is coming as a free celebration item in January. So, figure out that is. So, let me do that. These flowers I can chop out. Here we go. Here we go. Let's do daisies and some teal, maybe. Let's pop these on. This is really lovely paper. So you can get your hands on this with a £45 spend in January, and this can be added for a free item. Who doesn't love free stuff? Let's put this on. We can have a, what's this, Just Jade? Maybe we need a bay. And I'll leave that stem on there for a minute because I'm not sure. I might lose it, might not. Even the flowers towards the edge I'm going to use because they can be covered up with some of the other flowers, so we can make good use of all of those. Good morning, Joy. And so got that one. Might have, should we have that yellow one? I might even do that little blue one as well. I'm leaving the black outline because the black is going to be hidden on the black background anyway. And even on a white card, I like the pop of the black. It's a bit different. And those are done. This one, should we have this tiny one here? I wasn't going to cut out those little ones. That's just crazy. We won't do too many of them, just one. Token tiny little blue bud. There we go. Daisy daisies. And I think we could then call that done. We'll layer that up on the edge and we'll then add a sentiment. Maybe those leaves might be nice. Let's have them as well. I've still got some of that other paper I chopped out that I could use as well. I didn't see you sneak on here, Andrea. Missed a few of the comments, sorry. Okay, so we've now got some bits and bobs that we can place on there. We'll put this whole aperture up onto a card with some dimensions. So I'm just going to go for a white base because then I don't have to make a decision. It's from the Bird and Branches Is it one that you've got that you didn't realise that you had? It's gorgeous, isn't it? Right. Let's pop some dimensionals on here. And pop that up. I wasn't going to emboss behind for this one. I'm just going to keep it with the clean white. So that will pop on. But gives even more layer and sort of texture to there. And then we can just pop these on the side. I might pop them down. Let's have a little look-see. Don't want to hide too much of the contrast of the black and the gold, actually. Might go up there. Oh, not sure. We don't have to use all the flowers that we've cut. Well, we do, but not on this card. Yeah, let's do that. So let's go with that one, and then we can glue those leaves. And this one. Have you maybe got there was one that kind of was swirly with the, was it swirly branch, swirly frames? It was like there was a swirly bird. Was it maybe that one? Because there was like a long swirl and then there was the circle one as well, wasn't there? But that would work for a similar kind of look. Let's pop that daisy onto there. We are nearly done. Glue dots I'm looking for. And tool. Let's pop that there. Now I'm wondering whether we could put some little flecks of something on there. Maybe. Let's have a little look in my embellishments. We've got gold. Those little gold. They're quite nice, aren't they? They are. They come as a gold and a silver. These are in the annual catalogue. I haven't used these in ages. They're nice. I've gone through way more gold than I have silver. I need to make more silver projects. And then I was thinking champagne. Morning, Narelle. And let's move that. I had a project for I have taken a photo of it, but it's for my blog hop that is happening not blog hop, the global design project that's happening tomorrow, and that doesn't need sparkles on it, so I've moved that out of the way. So I've just dipped the paintbrush into the champagne, and then we'll just give that a bit of a tap. And on the black, Isn't that gorgeous? Just so pretty. So I'll leave that to dry. And then the birds and branches doesn't come with any sentiments. That's the only thing with this set, is that it is the images only. So you'll want to pick out your favourite or a sentiment. As I've got this set out on my desk, I'm just going to go with the hello or the just for you, just for you. So as that was in front of us. So, I'm just going to stamp in memento onto white. So just keep that simple. Try to. And then chop that out. You could even have, look, we could even make that just with love for you or for you. And I'm going to chop it right down to just the for you. I actually want just a slightly smaller sentiment just to tuck in there. And that will go on some dimensions. Ah, thank you. It's nice to have the, I love the dark background. It really makes a difference. It's nice with the gold as well. So let's pop that in there. There we go. So you've got the gold on the black. So that was cut out with the branches. The set doesn't cut it out as a whole piece. You need the circle dies as well. So the circle dies with the circles and the scallops, that full circle set. It's the largest circle out of that that will then cut around it afterwards. So that's how that has cut out as a whole piece. I've lost my other cards now. Here we go. And so that was the other card. So if you have joined slightly later, you'll be able to pop back and see that one being made. And then that was one I made before I came on the live. So I hope you've enjoyed those. Yeah, thank you for watching along. I still haven't got any more details up about my card and a cuppa and classes and things. I am working on it. I'm working on it in here and I just need to get it on there. So they are coming up in due course. Ah, Louise, I knew I would forget. Thank you for shouting at me. Right, it was A block, B block. Let me just flick back for you. So, are you a centimetres or a inches? A, B, C and a D block. So A block is about the inch by inch, B is just under the 2 inch, C is just over the 2 inch, and a D block is 3 inches. So hopefully that helps you. If you want it in centimetres, I knew you were going to say that, there you go. 7 by just over 7, 5 by sort of 5.5, and then working down. The smallest one is 3 by 3 centimetres, but that gives you a bit of a size comparison to see them kind of stacked together. That is a tiny, tiny one. That flower on there. Oh, thank you. Brian says, I won't follow the choices. I thought I'd do something different, but in the end, oh, amazing. Thank you. So there we go. I will be back next Sunday, and for those who are signed up to my card and a cuppa, I will see you on Friday. Have a great week, everybody, and stay safe and stay well, and I will see you next weekend. Thanks for joining me. Bye.